Well, hello everybody. I'm Becky from Keats Kitchen, and today we're going to make a pound cake. And this recipe was from my cute little grandma Blaine. She is Keat, carrying on her legacy through Keats Kitchen. And this pound cake calls for buttermilk. And I remember when I was a kid, my grandma cooked so much with buttermilk. This is a great recipe. It is a winner. So anyway, we're gonna get going here and I'll show you how to make a pound cake. Okay, so I have my oven preheated to 325. I have a bundt pan. This pan is vintage. It's old, it's older than me. I remember my grandma baking in this all the time, and this is just, it's heavy duty. You can't really find pans like this anymore. So then I have a cup of butter. I have 2 cups of sugar. I have 4 eggs, 1 cup of buttermilk, and we're gonna add a half a teaspoon of salt. And here's my baking soda. Actually, I got that backwards. We're gonna add 1/4 a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of baking soda. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, put the butter in the bowl, in the mixer. Should have waited and put that in after I, oh well, it'll work. So yesterday, I made a video on how to make jalapeno jelly, and I did not know this. I was playing music in the background, and most of the platforms I posted on muted the video. So I'm gonna have to redo that one again in the near future. But anyway, today I thought we'd do pound cake. So, okay, so we've got the butter. And we'll go ahead and we'll slowly add the sugar. Turn it down just a bit. Add about a cup of sugar. Then I'm going to add a couple of eggs. Add the rest of the sugar. Aha, I forgot. We're going to add some vanilla and almond extract and lemon extract. Let's add the rest of the eggs. This is a very simple recipe. There are not a lot of ingredients, but this recipe is from the 50s. So back then things were a little more simple. Okay, so I have my cup of buttermilk. Slowly add the buttermilk. Yeah, my little grandma, she made buttermilk pancakes and used buttermilk in a lot of her recipes. I think that was a big staple back in those days. I mean, today we use it a lot, but we also use sour cream. And anyway, let that mix real good. I'm gonna stop it here and just scrape. Hope you're all having a good day. It's sunny here, but it's cold, so I'm hunkered down in the house, just baking away. Okay, so to this, let me grab my measuring spoon. Okay, so remember I told you the secret with vanilla. I'm sure this main recipe called for only 1 teaspoon. But my grandma always said, if it calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla, you add 2 or 3. So we're gonna add 3 teaspoons of vanilla. 1, 2, whoa, 3, 3.5. I don't know, it still makes it taste so good. So can't go wrong there. And then we have almond extract. This stuff's really strong, so you have to be precise with this. We have 1 teaspoon almond extract. And then she added some lemon. It makes it taste so good. So we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of lemon. Blend that up. Let that blend for just a second. Okie dokie. So I have 3 cups of all-purpose flour here, and to this I am going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And that's all for the dry ingredients. Like I said, it's very, very simple. And just whisk this together so it's distributed evenly. I remember my grandma taught me this. I wanted to add everything all at once when I was a kid, and she said, no, there's a method. You cream all your wet ingredients first, and then you blend together your dry ingredients and slowly add it. So, science. Okay, I think that is blended well. So we're going to turn this on, and we're going to slowly add the flour mixture. Oh, it smells good. I smell the almond extract. A little more flour. Oh shoot, the bowl. Did that the other day when I was doing a video. The bowl turned the mixer on and my dough went flying everywhere. I changed the position of my blender. I usually have it over there, but my camera doesn't really go very well there. So I brought the blender over here where the stove is so I could set up my camera here. And so the on and off switch is pointing toward me where it's usually the other way. I gotta get used to a few things. Anyway, I'm gonna add the rest of the flour here, and then we're gonna put the batter inside the cake pan. Okay, the batter is all ready. After I added the flour and all the ingredients, I let it mix for about 1 minute. Any longer than that would be too much. You'll have too much air in the batter. So 1 minute, and we're gonna put it in this bundt pan. But before I do, I have to show you this miracle stuff. You know, in the old days, they would grease the pan and then put flour in it and kind of tap it around and distribute the flour evenly. And I've done that before. And then I discovered this, Baker's Joy. OMG, it is amazing. So we're gonna spray the pan, coat it really good. Woo, fumes. Saves y'all a lot of time. Baker's Joy. Go get some. Okay, this is our pan. It's all greased and floured, ready to go. It's very important that you do this to your bundt pan, because if you don't, your cake will fall apart when you take it out. So we're gonna just put this in. Boy, look at that batter. It's nice and thick. And pound cake, you can, oh, it's just such a nice little all-around dessert. You can even make like strawberry shortcake with it. You can, you know, for a garnish, you can cut up some strawberries and blueberries and whipped cream. And anyway, I remember when my grandma would be making pound cake, ooh, I'd be so excited. What a treat. So I'm gonna get the rest of this in the pan, and then we're gonna put it in the oven, let it bake at 325 for 1 hour. Okay, we have the cake all pretty and ready. And there's my oven. I actually cleaned it the other day. I was doing these videos and I was like, oh, good grief, my oven. It's terrible, but it's clean now. I got one of those nifty little steamers and cleaned it. And okay, top rack, where you're going to bake this for 1 hour. Alexa, set the timer for 1 hour.
Good afternoon, Becky. 1 hour, starting now.
Okay, we'll be back in 1 hour. Okay, our beautiful cake is done. I just got it out of the oven, and we're gonna let it rest for probably about an hour. And when it's done, I'll flip it over onto a cake plate. And I just wanted to make a correction. I bake the cake for 90 minutes. I haven't done it in a while. I did say an hour. An hour is not long enough, so you need to bake it for an hour and a half at 325. So I'll come back when it's ready to put on the cake plate. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm back. Okay, I think the cake has cooled enough. Moment of truth. We're gonna flip it over and see how it does. La! That is beautiful. Wow. That turned out so pretty. So what I'm gonna do is let it cool just a little bit more. It's still pretty warm, I can feel it. And maybe in an hour or two, I'm going to garnish it with some powdered sugar. You can frost pound cakes with different types of frosting. Cream cheese frosting goes really good, but my family, they're not frosting people, and I'm really not anymore either. So I'll just garnish it with a little powdered sugar, and makes a great little dessert. So I'll come back and we will add the finishing touch. Hello, okay, final step. I'm going to garnish the pound cake with some powdered sugar, just a little bit, make it look pretty. And oh, it turned out so nice. So I have a sieve here full of powdered sugar. I'm just gonna take it around, gently tap it. Make it all pretty. I'm gonna take some of this cake over to my neighbor. I've had some really sick neighbors. One of them was hospitalized with pneumonia, so I'm gonna take some cake over to him, saving some for my son. So anyway, oh, isn't that just lovely? So pretty. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial today of making a pound cake, an old-fashioned pound cake from the 50s. And like I said yesterday in my jalapeno jelly video, in a crazy world right now, I hope I brought you some peace and joy and a smile to your face. And I continue to do so because food brings people together. Love you all, and I'll see you soon. Mwah. Bye-bye.